Okay, name your 5 interests.
In life?
In life.
Star Trek? Okay.
What a weird...
Whoa, I love it. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Star Trek Next Generation.
Okay.
Do you know anything about that?
That's the one Picard's in?
Yeah, dude, that's good.
Yeah.
You won.
I have Bill, what's the name of the lead guy? Bill, he played Kirk.
William Shatner.
I call him Bill.
So gross.
He asked me, he made me cry in front of him.
Whoa.
Why?
Because he was doing a movie, and his movie was based on 5 comedians that break into an elder comedian's funeral.
All right. So I let that play for a second just because it shows that he asks Bobby Lee a question. What are your 5 interests in life? Yeah. I was like, awesome. I'd love to tell you about this. He said Star Trek Next Generation, and immediately Bert's like, oh, let me tell you a story about something that happened to me. Like, here we go. I mean, William Shatner's not even part of that show they're talking about, and he immediately has to make it about him.
Name 5 interests. Go.
Yeah.
It's like the most Chip Chipperson way to start a show.
I know, but the fact that Bobby Lee was excited to tell us, I was actually interested. All right, yeah, what is this guy into?
Does he ever come back to the other 4?
Nope.
Right.
They never come back. That's a spoiler right there. So because Bert is so ADD and retarded, when they start talking about something, and I've seen this with a lot of these podcasts, especially for whatever reason, West Coast podcasters, because they're all name droppers, they just start spewing out any random facts they know about the topic at hand. So this is an example, since they're talking about William Shatner.
His house is right by Joe Coy's house. His office is right by Joe Coy's house.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I just saw him not too long ago.
He looks great.
Who cares? Yeah. His office is by Joe Coy's house?
Oh, yeah, I know exactly where that is.
Why would anyone give a fuck about that? What's the difference? Like, so you know something about him. Neat.
Yeah.
Bobby Lee was about to tell you the other 4 things he's into. Well, now let's not get back to that, because Bobby Lee is not even allowed to talk on his own show.
I'll tell you what it is. I told you this before, but I'll say it again, dude. I'm passionate about it.
Okay.
Oh, well, your podcast listeners let you tell the same story twice? That's so funny. My don't.
Wait, you've never told this?
No, I've told the same story a lot. I like telling the same story. That's how it gets better. But then they're like, Bert just tells the same fucking story.
I know.
We get it. Rogan changed your life. Enough.
Enough of it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you the story.
How about opening that wine, Pete?
Yeah. Open the wine.
I am done. I am done promoting a fucking thing. That's not a thing. All I've been doing is promoting.
Yeah.
And I'm leaving for Fully Loaded tonight, and I'm done. No more podcasts. I'm not going to do another. This is my last podcast for like probably 7 weeks.
Fuck yeah, dude. We're the last one, dude.
Do you have no idea?
You're going your tour.
I've been in therapy like twice a week. I'm done.
You look healthy right now.
No, he does not. He's so self-involved.
Oh, yeah.
So he doesn't, I don't know if he realizes he's doing this, he knows he's the worst, and he doesn't care, or if he's just not even noticing that he's not letting anyone have a conversation. So after Bobby Lee was going to tell him his 5 interests, then he says, well, I have a William Shatner story. And he goes, I've told it on the show before, but I'll tell it again.
Heard this 100 times, and my audience is sick of hearing it.
Yep.
So much so that they're telling me I've gone full Corolla, and I can't fucking stop telling the same stories over and over again.
But I haven't heard it, and Bert's not going to let him get it out. Yeah. Bert immediately starts talking about, oh my gosh, I do all these podcasts. Like, okay, then you can shut the fuck up right now. You're on a show with 2 people who can also talk about things. They probably have something to talk about. So this is crazy, because Bert is explaining that he's tired of talking about Bert, which I'm just not buying.
Tired of hearing about it.
You look better
than you maxed out, though? You just stretch too much, you feel? Like, what are you feeling?
It's too much talking about me. That's why I'm like, and you know what happens is like, I forgot how much fun just getting on a podcast and fucking talking to people is, as opposed to going like, hey, did I tell you about my movie? You know, like, or did I tell you about this tour? Or did I tell you about my special, Razzle Dazzle? Or can I tell you about my fall tour? I mean, it's just like so much promotion. And I'm just...
You're done.
I'm done.
Good. Then shut the fuck up. Yeah. Let Bobby tell a story. He goes, I really like talking with people. You mean at people, Bert? He just talks at people. You're a hostage when he's on your show.
And he's in therapy twice a week, he says?
Yeah.
Further evidence that maybe therapy isn't for
therapy does not
anyone.
Work. I've seen zero evidence.
I know.
This therapy works.
Got everything and done barely anything to get it. And he's like, oh, I got to go to therapy about this.
All right, so this gets even more enraging. I couldn't believe I kept pulling clips. I was like, all right, we're moving on, right? Nope. This just goes on and on.
Let me tell you about William Shatner, my friend.
And by the way,
Bill.
you do that, and I'm going to fucking light up Gene Simmons. Keep going.
Oh, you have one Gene Simmons? Oh, fuck, bro.
Fucker's got it coming.
Wait, I think his daughter just followed me on Instagram. You're friends with her.
Oh my
Oh,
God,
good.
so
DM her.
Fucking
DM her.
name
What
drop.
did I say?
Oh, your dad's a...
You're fucking bragging, babe.
Yeah, it was in her music video.
Oh, I'll just drink it out of the bottle.
I have cool people follow me too, baby.
But no, I actually think the son does.
Oh,
Who do you think has more? I bet you have more cool followers,
my God.
more celebrity followers than me.
We're already asking new questions. The guy's trying to tell his William Shatner story after he was trying to tell you his 5 interests. And now we're talking about who follows people on social media. Kalila. She's like, oh, Gene Simmons? Da, da, da. And why did he bring up Gene Simmons?
Oh, does
Fucking
that
total
ever come
non
back?
sequitur. No.
Come on,
Total
that's all I
non
cared
sequitur.
about. Like, why?
That's all I care about.
What
Oh, I want to hear him get blasted.
What did Gene Simmons do to Bert that he's got beef with him now? Also,
These people are retarded.
the producer guy brings him probably a $50 bottle of wine. He's just like, oh, I'll just drink it straight out of the bottle.
Yeah, I know.
What?
He's classy.
Like a fucking hobo.
Bert's a class act.
My God.
You got to give him that. So I don't know why Bert even asks questions because he doesn't care about the answer.
Yeah.
And it's obvious because he's immediately tuned out as soon as he asks and someone starts answering it. So will he let our buddy Bobby tell this fucking story? Will he let him?
But let me go back to Bill Shatner, dude.
Wait, before you start this,
I feel like what you're doing right now. I feel like
No, I know what I'm doing.
I know you're pushing me until I tell it 30 minutes later. I'm not doing that.
No, I'm not.
I'm not playing this game with you, dude.
No, do you read negative comments on Instagram?
Oh, does he?
Have I? Yes. Have you?
No, I have in the past.
Yeah.
I'll tell you. Oh, I can't on this podcast. But I had a bad one that was. I thought I was fucking in the clear. I thought it was someone else's fucking page.
Oh my God.
It was someone else's page.
Wait, I know this feeling.
You know this? Oh, I thought you knew this comment. This fucking
Not the comment, but it's that feeling of you think you're just going through Instagram and it has nothing to do with you.
And then you read something about you on somebody else's fucking thing? Oh, that's crazy.
We're off on a whole different thing now. We're not even close to where we started with 5 interests, Star Trek, Shatner. Those things are connected. Now we're talking about comments on, and I love that Bert thought that she knew what comments.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Some
yeah.
obscure
On Instagram.
comment from a different page.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, you know which comment I'm going to talk about?
Oh yeah, of course. I know all your comments.
Yeah, that's
I
some
follow
real insight into.
Follow all of your fans.
And also back to the wine thing. That was his way of saying, "Get me a fucking glass." I just want to point out.
Yeah.
As the producer comes back with glasses.
Good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point. All right.
Nice zippy way of saying that.
So now Bobby Lee is going to tell his story. Will Bert listen? This is. I don't want to make this difficult on you guys.
I'll
but
listen as long as it takes for him to think of something that he wants to talk about of himself.
What's the over under?
watch this.
Bill Shatner.
Bill Shatner.
Hello. So years ago.
Yeah.
Are you listening? Mm-hmm. No, you didn't. You did an eye thing.
No, I'm drinking. I'm thinking about.
No, but you looked on the ground, not your glass.
I'm listening.
Are you really?
I'm active listening.
Okay.
Like a child.
It's so childish. These are adults, and they can't have a conversation that's cohesive or coherent. They just every single one of them just yelling out different fucking random things.
Especially these two.
Yeah. Bobby's the grown up in the room. That's fucked up.
That's the crazy part. Bobby's like, "Hey, can we get back on track?"
Yeah.
I've never seen Bobby Lee have to control a show before.
Oh, I've seen tracks before. How about that?
Oh God, it's so insane. So then he finally starts telling the story, and Bert's gonna interrupt him for the dumbest reason ever. Wow. One reason is to compliment himself, but the other reason is to explain that he thinks this is going to be a good story. Well, then fucking let him tell it then. Holy shit, asshole.
All right, so that's what happened. So the year later.
I just want you to know that in telling this story, as a superior storyteller than you, like I'm better than you.
Well,
No, I know I am.
I know you
I know
are.
I am.
You're a good one.
This is one of my favorite stories you've ever told. It already sets up this is a great setup because DL Hughley forgot to tell. Now you look like a fucking lunatic. This is a really great setup to a story because now you look like some lunatic dressed as Kim Jong-un. No one's referenced it.
No reference it. So I sat there the whole time. Right?
And he has to do his high-pitched squealy look at me thing.
Hilarious.
Hilarious, buddy. Yeah.
Thank
That's what he
God.
just said.
This story gets his stamp of approval, you know?
Basically, the
I know
story.
it's a story that I haven't heard before, but it's already great. Not better than anything I've done, but it's a good story that I haven't heard yet.
I don't.
That's what he said.
You don't have to be talking. Let the guy fucking spit his stupid story out. Basically, what the story was. I don't know if it's important or not, but he was hired to do a show in Vegas with D.L. Hughley, and he dressed up as Kim Jong-un, and he was in the audience, and they were going to go to him, and then D.L. Hughley never did. Yeah. So he was just sitting there and just like walked out like, oops, well, that was stupid.
Right.
And then he got asked to come back a year later to do something with Shatner, and Shatner blew him off as well. But it took so long to get this out. It's impossible to get this story out.
So anyway, so then a year later, Billboard Award.
I got Kim Jong fucked one time by making a Kim Jong joke.
What was it? What was the joke?
I said, can you believe how arrogant of this guy to name all his kids with his first name, Kim?
That's why.
Yeah.
Kim, yeah.
That's his last name.
Last name.
Yeah, no shit. I found that out the hard way.
How would you not know that?
Asian Twitter. I didn't know. I didn't realize Koreans put
Asian Twitter. Don't fuck
their
with
last name
Twitter.
first. Asians lit me up. I had to delete the comment, and then they weren't done with me.
Oh no, we're not.
They
still
weren't done with me. They were like, oh, you can't just delete the comments, fuck boy. We know what you meant. And I really thought he named his kids Kim Jong-un, and then Albert Charles Kreischer the first, Albert Charles Kreischer the second, Albert Charles Kreischer the third.
Yeah.
All right, let's all celebrate your stupidity again.
Right, yeah, you're a moron.
Yeah, that's the dumbest shit. Who doesn't know that? And naming your kid the same name as you is not that crazy. It happens all the time.
Ask George Foreman.
George Foreman's a fucking weirdo. he does it the wrong way. He does it the wrong way. He's got 7 kids named George. That's stupid. I was thinking more like George Bush, but anyway, it doesn't matter. The fact that he had to interrupt the story again to explain, listen how stupid I am, guys. We get it.
Yeah,
You're
know.
A fucking moron. Anyway, that was just so enraging. I'm watching the first 5 minutes of this. I'm like, holy shit. They can't spit out this fucking story.
Yeah.
It's so insane. Andy, take over for me, buddy.
That was funny because I watched the same thing and then I texted Carl. I was like, you're clipping this too, right? We're going to have all the same clips. So I went ahead and jumped back to episode 400. And it's set up to be a celebration. There's balloons and that's it. And so it starts out with some passive aggression that you can kind of tell, like that Bobby and Kalila's whole relationship is kind of like this at this point in clip 6.
Okay.
I think, honestly, I think my mood is a little weird because of what you made me do.
What did I make you do?
You know what you made me do.
I didn't know what I was making you do until I made you do it.
Yeah. And then I don't know, but what is that you made me do?
That's why she's Kalila. That's amazing.
Okay.
So you're like, well, what is it? Did she cuck him and make him suck a guy's dick?
Yeah, right. Did you have to suck the cum out of her cunt or what? Let's get
Turns out she just made him watch a horror movie, but it could have gone either way.
Oh, right. Okay.
Right. So in clip 7, it still sounds like they're fighting about Minaj gone wrong.
Okay.
You fucked me up, man. You're the one that told me to watch it.
Why'd you agree?
Because whenever you recommend something, I watch it.
Okay, so I don't know why. It seems like there's a lot of subtext here.
Yeah.
But the way their relationship is now.
Are they still dating at this time? Episode 400, how long ago was this?
Only a month ago or something.
So they're not dating?
No.
But there's a lot of weirdness.
You feel that tension in like the way they talk to each other.
Yeah.
So I really can't listen to these two talk and not put it into the context of their relationship problems, even though this is just about watching a movie again in clip 8.
Okay.
Second half was your fault. And the second half was the worst part.
Why would I say that we had to finish that in your mind?
OCD maybe? You have to finish.
Because in my mind, I'm like, this has to pay off.
Everything is just like, I let you fuck a stranger to save our relationship.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like they're talking about.
It could be.
Yeah.
I wish you didn't spoil it. You could have lied to us, Andy. We were having more fun right now.
Right, I guess. But all right. So here they're assigning anatomical roles to the people that are on the show.
Okay.
So the producers are the heart and the brain, and Bobby is the mouth, and Kalila is the butthole.
Okay, yep.
But then they
Sounds good.
They have like another production assistant that's in the room, and they try and figure out what he is in clip 9.
Okay.
What is he?
Andres?
He's inside the body somewhere.
He's a body part inside.
You know what? I would say you're maybe more like a spleen.
Oh, thank you.
He's not a spleen. He's not a spleen.
That's
A
useless.
spleen? That's not.
Yeah.
What is a spleen?
It's really a big organ, and they do some stuff with farts.
I'm just happy to be a part of the body.
You're like a liver.
A liver is essential.
How many livers are there?
One.
Oh my God. What is going on? What was the spleen? Where was she going with that? Did she know where she was going with
No,
that?
obviously not, because that's
Obviously
not really
not.
what the spleen. I think she gets all her medical information from the Paul Rubens and Mystery Men. The spleen, and he farts
There's
on
a
everybody.
shoveler, a spleen.
Right? Yeah, I think that's where she got that from.
Okay.
So from there, Kalila starts negging Bobby in maybe one of the funniest ways I've ever heard on this show.
Okay.
Clip 10.
Good.
We came across like a TikTok of this girl who was like, I've had 3 kids and all of my kids have Down syndrome. And she was like, and she's like, she was like, I don't understand. So her doctor was like, I think you should take a genetic test to see if you have Down syndrome. She was like, I clearly don't have Down syndrome. And she got tested and she does.
How would she not?
And so this friend of yours was like, don't you think Bobby needs to get tested?
All right. That's pretty good.
I think that's going to be my go-to burn now. You probably get tested for Downs.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I actually have another example of a very mean insult. And what they're talking about here is that, so apparently Bobby didn't go to the premiere of The Machine, Bert's movie.
Smart.
Yeah. And so Bert explains what kind of friend Bobby is. It's very insulting. And Kalila can't wait to jump on board with this.
Bobby's someone that, like, you're going to love. You have to love him unconditionally, because if you love him conditionally, then you're going to be let down.
That's no truer words
No, you're
have
wrong.
been spoken.
And she fist bumps him. Yeah, he is a prick.
Yeah.
You're right. He will let you down. He is an asshole.
Creative cucking with Kalila.
Creative cucking. Yeah.
Just to backtrack to the last clip that I had, this
Yeah.
is Bobby's reaction to him having to get tested for Down.
Okay.
So I implore you, who's this person that...
I'm not going to
No,
say.
you will tell me.
Okay.
I implore with you.
After
and
the
beg
show,
of
I'll
you.
tell you.
Well, we can edit it out. Just tell me. It'll... Okay, I know.
No way.
And can I just say this? Since you told me, maybe, because I know who you're saying, maybe he should get tested.
Maybe both of you
Because
guys.
I was looking at his hands and his head the other day. His head, dude, his head is 3 times bigger than most people's heads, right? And his hands are like a little bit thick and a little
Nothing wrong with that.
misshapen.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with it, right? So maybe he has the Downs.
TigerBelly Tard Talk. Coming out, everybody.
That's some comeback right there. I'm not the one with the downs. You're the one with the downs.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this, but I am rubber and you are glue. Ouch. All right. So now they're talking to Bert about, he obviously has ADD. There's an attention deficit disorder going on with Bert Kreischer. It's very obvious.
What? I wasn't paying attention.
And Bobby Lee points this out, but he describes all the wrong things. I don't think he's actually talking about attention deficit the way he describes this.
But I've seen you around, like, I think you have, like, some sort of attention deficit or something. Because even when I answered the door just now, there's a thing about you that's like, I'm here, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe you're uncomfortable in your own skin sometimes.
No, I mean, I'm sure I am, but I don't know.
It's a lot of skin.
ADD isn't being awkward. I don't know, you're kind of awkward when you showed up when you got like attention deficit disorder or something. What? What are you talking about, Bobby? That's fucking stupid. But then, right after that, here's a perfect example that proves Bert definitely has ADD.
Well, first of all, I mean, this top to bottom, I like.
You whistle a lot, huh?
I know. No, have I a lot tonight?
No, that was the first one I
You know,
heard.
14% of the people on my Instagram don't know how to whistle.
I don't know how to whistle.
Really?
Story checks out.
I can do like a bunch of whistles.
Go.
I can do.
Ooh, that's
I
a
don't
good
know
one.
that one.
I know that one. I know this one.
I could do
And then
that.
the loud one. I don't. My mouth's got to
I've never tried that one.
These are celebrities.
What a great show this
This is what celebrities are in 2023, everybody. This is insane.
failing to whistle.
Well, he whistled for a second, and of course, there's, whoa, you're whistling, Kyle. I don't know how to whistle. Like, you don't have to prove it.
Yeah.
No one says they don't know how to whistle. They're like, well, actually, I do. I was trying to get one over on you guys. Like, no, we believe you. It's fine. So then it gets even worse, because then they start talking about the different ways you can fart.
Okay.
Because these are adults on a show.
Let me just kind of go back real quick.
I can tell you when this was.
Are there different kind of farts you can do? I feel like you can do stuff with your holes.
I can definitely fart louder if I want to.
But can you do different styles, like toot, toot, you know what I mean?
No, like a.
Yeah. Oh, I know that one. I've done that one. Give me another one.
If I shave my asshole, it claps.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
I have big ones in the mornings, and then I go, what did that asshole say?
So Kawhi laughs at his dad joke at the end. If you live with someone and they fart and they go, what did that asshole say? You got to move out.
Those are the rules.
It's time to find a new roommate or live on your own for a bit. I don't care if it's your wife. That's grounds for divorce.
Just terrible.
He seems insufferable. I can't imagine. The only good thing about being married to Bert Kreischer is he's probably on the road a lot.
Yeah, right.
Oh, another tour. We'll miss you. Bye.
Yeah.
But
His wife's probably his booking agent. She's like, I can't get this guy enough gigs to keep him out of the house.
So I have you booked in Alaska and then Australia and then parts of the Middle East. That doesn't seem like a convenient tour. No, it's great. Everyone's doing this. All right, Andy, let's get away from Bert Kreischer. That's the thing about Bert. So I wanted to watch TigerBelly, and I'm so focused on this big fat idiot.
Yeah.
Because he just won't stop fucking talking and saying nonsense. I'm not even focused in on Bobby and Kalila.
He makes everybody else on the show seem like a genius.
Right.
So real quick, just to go back to the tard train, Bobby knows that there's something wrong with him. So he starts speculating.
Well, he's Asian.
Is it Downs? Is it like a traumatic brain injury?
Okay.
what could it be? At clip 12.
This is 12. All right.
I know that there's something wrong with me. I just don't know what it is, But there is something wrong. I don't know what. I got dropped in my head, or something. You know what I mean? Or a cougar.
Looks like you got dropped in your face.
I don't know. I've never seen a cougar in my life.
Cougar attacked you.
I've never seen a cougar in my life.
What is wrong with him? Oh, cougar. What does that mean?
It means there's something wrong with him. That's what he's thinking.
Occam's razor.
Yeah.
Reasons that he was attacked by a cougar?
Yeah.
Or maybe his mom was a cougar. And she had him late in life.
Okay, that would make a little bit more sense.
Yeah.
Sure. Women should be pregnant when they're in their 50s.
Yeah.
Doesn't always work out all that well. Yeah, I did know that, actually. All right, well, he's having fun with it at least.
Right.
Bobby, if nothing else, he's got a good sense of humor about himself.
That's true. I mean, I like Bobby Lee.
Yeah, he's likable.
I've always thought like his manic energy was charming. I don't know, if he's
his
funny.
manic energy is charming.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Sure, I've never heard that sentence before.
Well, he is.
This psychopath? I think he's fun.
I do.
Yeah.
He looks pretty harmless.
He does seem very harmless.
Right.
Yes. He looks like the most likely guy to whip his dick out at a party.
If Andy Dick's not there.
Andy Dick's not invited.
Right.
Doesn't mean he won't be there.
So, clip 13, I heard this, and of course I had to clip it and bring it to the show.
I just love producer Chris's reaction when I said most likely to whip his dick out. And Chris was like, huh?
Well, I mean,
I don't know about that.
Bert Kreischer, I would say, would be the number one.
Okay, yeah, good point. He always wants to be naked. All right. You got me there. Fucking fact checker.
And I knew something was wrong with Bobby when right out of the gate, his first interest was Star Trek Next Generation.
Yeah.
Out of five fucking answers. He couldn't wait to say
a specific television show from the 90s.
Yeah. 5 interests. Could be anything. Number 1, Star Trek.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Stamp collecting.
This is probably 15, maybe even longer.
Yeah.
I said jungle Asians.
Okay.
And I said Vietnamese people are jungle Asians. I didn't really mean anything of it. I wasn't even trying to get a laugh. You know what I mean? It was just, that's what I said. And then, I can see other Asian comics now using the term just free-nilly, as if they came up with it. But anyway, my point is that then my manager calls me. She goes, yeah, people at Disney, there are some Asian kids at Disney that work there that are just infuriated that you said that. So then I had to go to like a Vietnamese news place and go, what I meant by it is that, that's, I know it's insulting, but we're all the same. You know what I mean? I was just trying to
You an apology tour.
I did an apology tour.
Coming up next week on All Apologies, everybody. Bobby Lee.
Lay off the Asians.
Sounds good. I'll be tuned in for that.
Jungle Asians, y'all.
What else you call them? That's a pretty good description.
Yeah.
Right?
I guess. Well, yeah, like
There's Metro Asians. That's Japan.
Mm-hmm. David Tell knows that Eskimos are snow Mexicans.
Yeah.
We all know this.
So since we're getting on the race thing, there's this white guy in a suit, and I think he's the same guy who brought the wine over to Bert. And so they focus it on him. He's got a microphone. I don't know why. He's not on the set. He's way off camera. But this is just a weird exchange. Maybe someone could tell me what's going on here.
No, you've gotten a lot better.
Thank you. And I'm being nice to you. Hey, fuckface. You fucking white piece of shit. I've been so fucking nice to you, fucking white piece of shit. All right? Have I not been nice? I say I love you.
Yes, you have.
Yeah, and I hug you. And I don't want to, but I go out of my way to do it.
Yeah.
It kills me. It pains me to do it. But I do it because I want to change.
So they have like a white guy dressed like a dork on there just to rip on, I guess. I mean, that's fun. It is. Yeah. As far as gimmicks go, it's not the worst. It's not a floating potato, but it's pretty good. It's all right. And you know what? Since I'm playing some clips here, let me play this because this is what I find so enraging. You've heard a lot of bleeps. I think they're bleeping out the C word because they're on YouTube, and it sounds like Bert uses that a lot. I don't know why. But this is enraging because they're trying to talk about their agents. And they both work with different agents at different agencies. And I guess these guys know each other. But for whatever reason, they have to bleep everything he's saying here. So I don't even know why you leave this in. And listen to how it starts.
And I'm going to say this out loud. Don't cut this out, right? My guy.
Don't cut this out. Yeah. All right. Here we go.
At CAA and your guy at UTA are mortal enemies.
There's a story there.
They are.
Did you know that?
No.
They're mortal enemies. In fact, so there's a photo in my phone.
No, it's
Right. So they used to work together at an agency, and they hated each other because of the temperature of the room.
They fought over the temperature.
Right. So would like it hot.
How am I just hearing about this?
It's an origin story, man.
Yeah, this is like
This is real.
thermostat beef.
Because I will tell you.
Thermostat brief.
Thermostat.
It's about the temperature of the office. What?
Are you fucking
No,
kidding
this
me?
is
No.
This is real. This is real.
Right, so I have a photo with, because they used to be at Gersh and I was at Gersh, and I have a photo with and I sent it to and cut out in the return.
Wait, stop saying the names so we can.
Oh yeah. Anyway, the two.
This is like a Neo hamburger bit.
Yeah. Don't cut this part out. They're even blurring his mouth in case someone can lip read the name Mike. Whatever the fuck he's saying. Who gives a shit?
It's the most boring episode of Entourage I've ever heard.
That's saying something. Okay. So this is a quick clip, but it bummed me out, and I'll tell you why.
Like, this is going to sound horrible, and this isn't like great podcast content, but.
So Bert's aware that there are things that he says that don't make for great content on a podcast. And that depressed me because I'm like, oh, so you think that the things that you say are good for content on a podcast? That's depressing.
Yeah.
I thought you just forgot the cameras were there and were being a boring idiot.
Ask yourself, would this be interesting to
Yeah,
listen
right.
to? You're saying, no, it wouldn't, but I'm going to say it anyway.
That is the Bonnie method of understanding whether or not.
Think about it. Would this be interesting to you? Would you listen to this?
Yes.
Right.
That's what everyone should ask themselves while podcasting. Would I listen to this? Would I find this interesting?
Well, Bert would because it's Bert.
Right. As long as Bert's listening to Bert, it's great.
He thinks everything he does is fantastic.
I'm pretty sure that was a reaction to Rich Voss talking about what he shot on the front nine at the golf course that day. He's like, nobody fucking cares, Rich. Fucking idiots. We should revisit that show. It's been a while. My wife hates me.
Yeah. Is that still going?
I think so.
How?
I think something's going on with that. Yeah, I don't know.
Stay tuned.
I could be wrong. Okay, so this is hilarious because The Machine just came out. It did not do well. It was not critically acclaimed. It didn't make money at the box office.
I love it.
Yeah, I mean, it's sad. But Bobby Lee, being the pro that he is, has done zero prep and assumes that everything went well. And I have to say, I have to say that the way that Bert answers this question, I actually felt bad for Bert. This is the saddest thing I've ever heard in my life.
So the movie was a success, would you believe?
I mean, it wasn't a box office success, but it's hard to get people to go to the. Our challenge was just getting people to go to the theaters. I will tell you very candidly, that premiere was the greatest day of my life. The shooting of that movie was the greatest experience I've ever had, and the whole run of it being in theaters was so fucking fun. To take my kids out to go see it in the movie theaters, to go with my nephew, to go with my parents. I'd go out to movie theaters and surprise people, to listen to people laugh at jokes we came up with in Serbia on the fly. It was really one of the coolest experiences. I wish everyone could get to have that experience.
Aww. He was trying to get the box office by himself. Yeah. He brought everyone there. He's just showing up. He was watching it 5 times a day at the movie theater.
That's like me taking my mom's phone and I'm like, you're downloading all the episodes of All Apologies,
Yes.
Mom. Play.
Subscribe. Give me your phones, everyone.
He'd walk into other movies saying, hey, why don't you guys come over here?
Yeah. Hey, if you buy a ticket for the machine, you can go see any movie you want after you walk in. Just buy a ticket for the machine, would you? He's standing over at the tickets. So I just felt so bad for her. The way Bobby Lee's like, so that was fucking awesome, right? He's like, well.
Yeah, I think more people like John Wick 4, I think.
Yeah.
You know, if you let me tell my William Shatner story, I wouldn't be asking you this question.
Maybe it's a little revenge. Good point. All right, let's get away from Bert Kreischer. No more Bert Kreischer. Moratorium on Bert.
Great.
The Tampa Accords on Bert right now. Andy, over to you, buddy.
Okay, I got 2 more. This next one is on the heels of my last one about the jungle Asians or whatever that. So Bobby has a blind spot about Vietnamese culture, and he only has like 2 points of reference for people from Vietnam in clip 14.
Right. Everything I've known about Vietnamese people was through movies.
And that fan.
And Dat Fan.
So you have beef.
No, I love Dat Fan. What are you talking about? I have no idea what you're talking about.
You're right.
I fucking love that guy.
Those movies, yeah.
You all right?
I have beef with that fan. He's performing with that shithead Tom Myers.
Yeah. The fact that he's doing a show called Dat Fan and Friends, and Tom Myers is included, tells me he finds Tom Myers to be a friend of his. Yeah. That's fucking weird. Nobody's friends with Tom Myers.
Right. So I think Bobby Lee is winning that beef.
Yes. I would agree with you on that. I can't wait. Blind Mike is going to that show tomorrow night. I can't wait to hear about it.
Yeah.
Because is Dat Fan a good comic? Can't be, right?
No.
Can't be. Not with the shitheads. And he does like these Zoom shows. I mean, this is something people have suggested for a long time. We should probably look into these Zoom comedy shows, Dat Fan and Friends.
I mean, is Mike going to record it? I know the camera will be facing the wrong direction. Let's hope we get something out of that.
Poor Mike. Okay. He was on the BS show this morning, and he must get this question all the time. How blind are you? He gets that question all the fucking time. He's like, I can't see.
Okay. Well,
what else you need to know?
Take your hand, cover your eyes.
Yeah.
Wow, how blind are you?
Yeah,
what the fuck kind of question is that?
I don't know. It's weird.
Fucking idiots. All right. Last clip. Klyla asks Bobby if he's bisexual. If he has bisexual tendencies.
I feel like she knows the answer if she's asking.
Bobby tells this story.
Okay.
One video on Pornhub that has one video with a man has a woman that has a penis. It's the only time I've ever kind of stroked my penis to something.
That's hot, though. Honestly, like...
She's beautiful.
They're all hot.
Yeah.
No.
They're all hot, you say?
What are you talking about?
Well, I'm convinced.
There's not all of anything that's hot. What are you talking about? Maybe podcasters,
all right.
but outside of that.
Let's be clear. Most people of all genders are pretty hideous.
Right. Yes.
Present company included.
All races, all genders. I had people telling me I was the best looking person on MLC yesterday. What does that tell you? People are hideous. It's a problem. You're laughing a little too hard over there.
Sorry.
All right. Is that enough of TigerBelly?
Yeah.
I feel like we didn't get to the bottom of it. We might have to revisit it again.
Right.
I'm still confused about what's going on in this show. Why it's popular.
Because I really thought we were going to drill down on her.
I did too.
We didn't talk about anything about her.
It's hilarious because when we did Trash Tuesday, I was like, I got to figure out what's going on with this Kalaya bitch. And then all of a sudden I realized I hated the other two hosts even more.
Right, yeah. Oh, yeah, let's get her. Oh, Bert Kreischer is on this?
He threw a Bert Kreischer wrench into the whole works.
Who are these podcasts?